My name is Michael Detmer, Michael Detmer.
And which unit did you serve with?
I was with the 4th Infantry Division,
Okay.
3rd of the 22nd.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And where are you from, sir? Can we start there?
I was originally from Beckamar, but I live in St. Rose now since been married.
Okay. And what did you, growing up and stuff, did you play sports or?
No, not really. I was raised on a farm, and I was more a motorhead than I was a sports nut.
Yeah.
Anything that
cars.
had a motor on, that was for me, motorcycles or scooters or cars or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was into that more than anything. So
if it has an engine, you can fix it?
Oh yeah, I could either fix it or mess it up real good.
Surprised they didn't make you a mechanic instead of infantry.
They needed more people in the infantry, I guess, than they needed anything else.
Yeah. So on December 27th of 1967? 65. Your world was flipped entirely upside down when you got draft orders along with 30 other men from your county, and 10 of you wound up being assigned to the same unit.
Yes.
As you're on a plane heading to the other side of the world into what every American had already known was a terrible mess of a war over there, and you're looking around and you're seeing 9 other buddies that you grew up with, played sports with, went to school with, everything with. I think in my mind it feels like that would hold a different, maybe originally maybe it felt really good, but being responsible and intimately knowing all those people around you would hold a different level of weight, I would imagine. Did any of that process through your head as you're?
Yeah, I think it did, and we were always in contact with each other, and if something happened back home, we knew about it.
Yeah.
And that was a good thing. But on the other hand, when something happened over there, everybody back home, even if you didn't write your parents and tell them about it, they knew about it. So,
oh wow,
it was kind of a two-way street that way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And when you first came in, were you in Saigon or where?
We were in that area. We were in the Mekong Delta for quite a while, in the mud.
Yeah, and doing multi-day patrols.
Yeah, patrols. Yeah.
Do you have any of that first landing in country and being exposed to these men who are more or less a year older than you, but they look like they're aged into their 30s and multiple stripes or bars or whatever? Did it hit you that you were going to age really fast there?
No, not really, but yeah, you're exactly right. When you saw these guys, you thought, wow, they must be in their 30s.
Yeah.
They were only a year or two older than we were.
Yeah.
We were all in the same boat. Even like our first lieutenant and everything else, they weren't that much older than us.
Yeah.
If any.
If any, yeah. And did that set a precedence of,
well,
that foreshadow what would come?
I didn't realize it, I guess, until afterwards. We started having reunions, and these guys started showing up and said, yeah, we're not that much older than you guys.
Wow. So when you landed in country and you're getting acclimated by these heroes that came before you, you learned almost everything you learned in country, right? You went to school of infantry, you went to boot camp, but it was all compressed and you had to get to Vietnam, and it was on those NCOs there to bring you up, correct?
We had some NCOs coming back from Vietnam when we were still training in Fort Lewis, Washington.
Oh, okay.
And they were, I remember one, I think he went out drinking every night, and I guess that was part of his process. But yeah, he would start hollering things at us, like, your buddy just got shot, what are you gonna do, and you really didn't take it that serious, but
yeah,
it's the way it was.
You didn't know yet.
When you got over there, your buddy got hurt, the fighting didn't stop. It just kept on going. You probably realize that too.
Oh yeah, oh absolutely.
So, and I think that's what struck me the most. You know, like when you are in a real bad firefight, your buddy gets hurt, the action keeps going on. You know, you can't say, "Hey, stop." You know, I got to patch this guy up first, then we'll start fighting again. You know,
work through the insanity.
Yeah.
Were you in a lot of those firefights?
We were in a couple of them. One very, very serious one. Yeah.
Do you care to walk us through that, or is that something you want to?
They called it the Battle of Suoi Tre. Okay. And 2 days before that, going into this LZ, they hit 3 of our helicopters, and there were several people killed on them.
Yeah.
So we got over that. 2 days later, then we were hit with a human wave attack. We were outnumbered like 10-1.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Was it an ambush or was it?
No, they came right at us. I mean, we were supposed to be protecting artillery. They flew some artillery in, and I think the whole thing was pretty well set up. They knew there was a large concentration there, and they wanted to get these guys to come after us. So they brought the artillery in and everything else, and gave them, you know, dangled that little ear of corn in front of them, so they would come at us, and they did. And their orders were to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Take no prisoners. So,
and it was 10-1.
Yeah, and we survived it. I think we had maybe 20 guys killed, but 100 and some injured naturally. Yeah. But yeah, we did some damage on them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they shot down a spotter plane that was supposed to direct the jets in for dropping napalm and everything else. They shot it down, so that was pretty well worthless.
Wow.
And they did drop napalm, but it was further out. The artillery leveled off with beehive rounds.
Yeah.
And that finally the armored personnel carriers came in.
Yeah.
And that saved us. But we were I think about 10 minutes from being out of ammunition altogether.
Completely overrun.
Yeah, we'd have been done.
Wave after wave of Viet Cong or North Vietnamese Army? NVA or?
Yeah, the North Vietnamese. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. So wave after wave of them just pounding.
Yeah, they were like shoulder to shoulder, and they just kept coming at you. And if you hit the first one, there would be another one taking its place right behind him. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was pretty insane. You would never dream in 100 years something like that could actually happen, but it did.
Does anything in all that insanity, are there any moments that stick out more in your mind, things that the enemy did or that your friends did or that you personally did, anything that like you remember that just stood out as?
Well, Don Schulte, he's from Trenton. He's from Aviston now. He was from Trenton, but he was a machine gunner and I was his assistant.
Okay.
And Tom Shank was the ammo bearer. He got his eye shot out of the way over there. So I patched him up, and I heard Don mumbling something, and I thought he was wanting ammunition or something. I said, "What was it, Don? You know, what you say?" He said, "I'm praying." That's when I realized, hey, you know, I think we are in trouble here.
A prayer in the middle of a battlefield, yeah.
But how dare you attack the United States Army? You know, we're supposed to be bigger than you, and you know, everything we have is a whole lot better than what you have. How dare you come at us like this?
But they did.
But they did.
Yeah.
But yeah, that really, I think that I'll never forget that when Don was praying, and I thought, well, it must be serious.
Yeah. Yeah. Did he survive, Don?
Don did.
Did he come home from the war?
Oh yeah. Yep. He's doing okay, and he's on oxygen and everything now. But yeah. Tom Shank, we lost him a few years ago.
Okay.
We visited him when we came back from Vietnam. He was in a hospital in Fort Carson, not Fort Carson, but the hospital there in Colorado.
Okay.
In Denver, I guess it was, or no, yeah. It was Colorado Springs.
Yeah.
There was a big hospital there where he was at.
I know what you're talking about. They closed it down in the BRAC in the 80s, but I know what you're talking about.
That could very well be.
Yeah.
Yeah. but he was getting plastic surgery and everything else for his eye, and
Yeah.
so yeah.
So when you went to Vietnam, did you see yourself more as naive to the world, or?
Yeah, I think so. I think so, very much so. Yeah.
Yeah, and afterwards.
Yeah, it was it was an eye opener for sure. Yeah.
But did it change the whole trajectory of your life afterwards?
It did, I guess.
In which ways?
I thought I was the same person that left. You know, when I came back, I thought I'm still the same as I was before, but no. I had anger issues. I had anxiety.
Do you still?
Sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, if things ain't just like they're supposed to be, I can get pretty upset pretty quick, you know.
Yeah.
And thank God my wife understands
Yeah.
what's going on, and she stayed with me all these years. So.
Were you married before Vietnam?
No, we were engaged.
Okay.
And yeah, shortly after I got back, then we got married.
But she saw the boy who left and the man who came back well changed.
I think she did. Yeah, she had to have. Yeah, but she was patient enough to put up with me. Yeah.
You didn't ask to go. You were told to go. And
yeah, didn't have much of a choice.
If hindsight were 2020, would you go voluntarily to the same war?
I probably would.
Yeah.
I probably would.
Why so?
I think it was the thing to do. I really do. And, you know, all these years later, I never regret that I went there. You know.
Never.
Never. And the friends I made, I mean, I have friends all over the United States now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And we're close.
Yeah.
We still get together once in a while, every 2 years.
And despite what the media still says about that war, I believe you guys came together and fought for each other and for your country, and people can say whatever they want about the war, but communism was evil and it's spreading. It's still evil and it spreads. And
right.
It's a virus.
But I think that's what it was all about. I mean, we were protecting each other.
Yeah.
Just trying to get through it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We could care less about going out and just killing enemy. We just want to, I'm going to take care of you, you take care of me, you know.
You think it's time to bring that back up?
Bring it back up.
All you guys be taking care of each other a little more here on the backside.
I think we are taking care of each other.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Good.
You can see it at our reunions. Everybody's very concerned about.
You have reunions every year?
Every 2 years.
Every 2 years?
Mm-hmm.
I've only been to one Vietnam reunion, and that was the Vietnam Helicopter Pilots Association in St. Louis last week. And I felt like I was in a hall of giants, heroes, legends, and it didn't require a Purple Heart to make it so. Just every person in there, incredible people, went through incredible things that most people you wouldn't even want most people to fathom.
Right.
But if you found that in life, most people can't really fathom or understand, and movies never do it justice.
And they never do. And, you know, I talked to several people. I remember one time in particular, I was at a wedding shortly after I got back, and I met this, I can't even remember who it was anymore. He said, I haven't seen you for a long time. Where you been? I said, oh, I just came back from Vietnam. And he goes, did you kill a lot of babies? And he walked off.
What?
And I never talked to him again.
Yeah.
It really set me off.
Yeah.
But I thought, good grief.
Yeah.
If you ever knew what was really going on there.
Yeah. If you ever knew who was really killing babies. There was one, I believe he was an Army lieutenant who lost his way and the My Lai massacre happened, but that was a one-off. I've heard time and time again from Vietnam veterans who heard women and children being slaughtered and tried to call in for help, and it just wasn't the command's prerogative to intervene then, and then come in later the next day and see the carnage left behind.
Sure.
It definitely wasn't you guys
Right.
killing babies.
Yeah. Yeah, they would come, the Viet Cong would come into the villages at night.
And terrorize the people.
Terrorize the people, and if there was a boy old enough to carry a rifle, okay, you're going with me, or we're going to do your family in and burn your hut down.
Yeah.
So that was a different draft notice.
Yeah. And to that point, I mean, if you boil down war in the modern era, it's one man with a rifle trying to kill another man with a rifle because people way up the chain, way up somewhere else can't agree. That said, when that other man is a child that got pulled from a village, that must have been a separate challenge for you guys.
Yeah. Yeah. But it happened.
Yeah.
Yep. It's, I don't know, you probably had the same thing in Afghanistan, where the people, it was nothing to take their own life if they could kill somebody else in the process of doing it. You know, that's something I could never understand. Why? What would they have to do to these people to make them do that? You know.
I think you know the answer to that question. You've been there, you've seen it, but
yeah. Yeah, it was a different world there, that's for sure.
Yeah. This is a much better place.
Absolutely.
If you hear not the gentleman right when you first came back, that was rude, and I would never punch someone that much senior to me, but he probably deserved a fat lip for that.
I would think so.
I just, not my place to do it, but someone else could do that for me. But in the modern day, you still hear people question patriotism and what our country stands for. And when you hear those things, how does it settle with you?
Oh yeah, they need to go to one of these third world countries and live there for a while and see what poor people are really like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I maintain that the most poor parts in this entire country are second world in the grand scheme of things.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So if you could talk to people about patriotism and about what this country means to you, what would you tell them?
That's a good question. Yeah,
Take time to think if you'd like.
They just have to open their eyes and look around and see what we really have here, and compare it to another country.
Well, what do we have here? Why do you love America?
Well, how many countries could you talk about your president?
Exactly.
And live.
And live. Step on a flag and live. I hate that stuff, but you're right. How many countries could you do that?
Yeah.
Not very many.
No. And if they don't like it here, I don't know why they don't leave.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Well, Bob was wrong. You have a tremendous story to tell. I think you're holding it back still.
I don't know.
Do you talk to your buddies though? Do you get help with your friends?
Yeah, well, I guess I think that happened on our first reunion. There were 13. It was supposed to be the first platoon, and there was 13 of us there, but we did adopt 2 from the second platoon that were real close.
Yeah.
So here's the guys, here's the ladies, and we're talking about our experiences and not really that much about the war or anything else. And here's the ladies, and they're talking about us and what we all do. And I think that helped them understand what we were going through. You know, just from talking to the other women.
Good.
They were going through the same experiences, the same thing that they were going through. And I think it saved a lot of marriages, actually.
Good.
Because they started understanding what was really going on.
The anger, the anger, the unexplainable anger. Sometimes you probably get angry and you don't know why. Later you
for the
figure it
least
out,
little thing, you know.
Yeah.
You just blow up. And then, well, you have a lot of guys that sleep with guns under their beds and under their pillows. Now, I never had to do that before, but I do now.
Okay.
You probably do too. You're not going to admit it, though, are you?
If someone wants to find out, they can break into my room.
You didn't do it before, did you?
No.
I didn't either.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a very interesting point. I never felt I needed to before. And it's not like America's gotten worse. It's probably gotten more or less safer, the same, but my whole world changed.
Mm-hmm.
I slept with my rifle every night, kept it warm in there with me, and
Exactly.
I don't do that now. I have a beautiful wife that replaces that M4 rifle that I had and the M16 you had, but I have one nearby.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Most of them do.
Yeah, yeah.
A friend of mine lives in Wisconsin, and we were at one of our reunions in Paris, Missouri.
Paris, Missouri. How was the Eiffel Tower this time of year?
So anyhow, this is getting to be, we were at our motel over there, and I happened to walk out the door and here he's carrying his shotgun in a case.
Yeah.
I said, Ted, you going hunting? He said, no, I sleep with this. He said, don't you? And I said, no. You're lucky.
Yeah.
That's what he said. You're lucky.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
but I talked to a lot of guys, and they're all saying the same thing. Well, this one guy says, I got one in every room in my house.
Once again, no comment. Well, I don't have a house anymore, but when I did, no comment. You know, we didn't ask to be this way, but we responded when our nation needed us. I mean, you know what? When the world needed us, because communism is evil to all of the world, not just us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's kind of scary right now. I feel sorry for my grandchildren. I don't know what they're going to go through yet before this is all said and done with Russia. And
yeah,
that guy's getting worse all the time, I think.
So if you could calmly, without any rage, tell your grandkids, well, at a later age, let's fast forward to when they're about 18, talk to them about service, what advice would you give them?
Well, I don't know. Luckily, I have 3 grandsons now that are, well, I guess the youngest one is, no, I have one that's still in grade school, but the other 3 are older.
Okay.
And yeah, I don't know if they could be drafted yet. I guess they could, but I think they would be all right if they had to go.
Yeah.
You know, but I don't know if I would recommend them going. If I did, I definitely would say go in the Air Force.
Yeah. Well, yeah. A Space Force, but yeah, well, yeah, but that's I think that's the burden we all carry. We've done it, so you don't want your offspring to have to. But if history has told us anything, it's inevitable.
I mean, I'd be proud of them if they did serve. I mean, I sure wouldn't hold it against them, and I'd support them every inch of the way.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you gave them freedom. It's maybe their turn to carry it on.
I don't know. Let's hope it stays free.
Yeah, we can't have it all for nothing. Your war and my war ended with the same terrible ending, with people hanging off of aircrafts, local people. And well, I don't have to tell you, you were there. I've only seen yours in pictures and movie or news clips, and it looked a lot like Kabul. Looks like Afghanistan's withdrawal, just people hanging from the helicopters and planes. And
exactly, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that tells you right there, these people are living in a world that is utter hell.
They are desperate.
And if we were baby killers and that bad, why would they want us to stay and help them more?
Right, yeah.
You know what's going to happen when we left. But you couldn't help it. We have to leave eventually.
Yeah.
Couldn't be there forever.
And how did you feel when you had to leave? And you saw all this going on TV?
One of the 2 most angry days I've been in my post-combat life has been the day we withdrew from Afghanistan and the way we did, and then the day that Iran launched 400 missiles in one night or whatever it was at Israel. Both those nights, both those incidents really messed with my mind, if I'm being honest. It's just not how it's supposed to be. That's not how it was supposed to end. You know, so many people died to make it not end that way. And I'm not going to talk politics, but people still decided to end it that way. And
I have a granddaughter, and her son was in Afghanistan, and he was a translator, but he never talks about the experiences he had over there.
is he an American? He's American?
Oh yeah.
But he was a Terp.
He was a translator.
Okay.
So he probably went on some pretty nasty missions.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the American translators were hard to come by. You would normally, local nationals, we make them all kinds of promises and then not come through with it. But that messes a little bit with me as well. But yeah.
Yeah, he was very, very smart. I mean, I don't know how many different
Languages
dialects of that
Jeez.
that he knew.
Did the Army teach him in Monterey, or did he?
Air Force.
Air Force taught him? Was he in the planes listening, or?
No, he was on the ground, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Huh.
But like I say, he never talks about it. So.
Yeah. He probably can't, actually. Not if he's intel, he probably can't.
He was top secret.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't see anything.
Hopefully he has a community where they can talk to each other, though. Where
I think
everybody from that same community that already knows, so.
It seems like he's doing all right.
Yeah. And that's your nephew?
That's my granddaughter's husband.
Granddaughter's husband.
Mm-hmm.
Is he over here at Scott?
No, he's actually a carpenter now. But
okay, he's out.
He retired, or he got his 3 years in, and I think he went 3 years. Yeah.
I did not 3 total, probably 2.5 years total in Afghanistan. I don't know, it's hard to tell because I was there a few times in different amounts of times, but probably in total about 30 months. And man, it's such a big place in my heart. I really truly hope someday it's calm enough that veterans of that war can go back, and the way people go to Korea, and the way people are more and more going to Vietnam, of which my wife and I intend to go there in a couple of years and try to help repatriate your fallen brothers that didn't make it home. So that's something that's near and dear to our heart, getting everyone home. Every last one of them should come home.
Yeah. Yeah. If there's any of them left.
There are.
Yet.
There are. There's a gentleman out named Mickey out there that I'm going to go help find, and there's several left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. There's great organizations of nonprofits out there who are, we met a few of them in St. Louis last week. One Gold Star sister who lost her brother, Mickey, has been over there 15 times trying to find him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I think that's the type of persistence that's going to get it done. There are Americans out there that really, 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 really care about the brothers you lost there. I know it's hard for you to believe the way you were treated, but in the current age, well, that's an unforgivable time of your return home. Is there anything you want to say about that?
Well, I lucked out pretty well. I think plane landed, I think it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. There wasn't hardly anybody around, so.
At Travis or in San Francisco? Or?
San Francisco, I think, yeah. Yeah, so I didn't have to put up with too much stuff, but I didn't change uniforms. I kept the uniform I had on, and they advised us to get into civilian clothes as quick as we could. But there wasn't too many shops open at 3 o'clock in the morning, so.
Yeah. So what about all the civilian clothes you brought to Vietnam?
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
No, I thought, well, I'll just see what happens. Nothing happened, so I was all right.
Thankfully.
But it was different. People looked at you funny and everything else, but I didn't bother them. They didn't bother me, so.
So when you went and got a job and carried on with your life, you didn't have too many?
No, not at all. I think it's a whole lot different here in this county. You know, I think they accept the veterans better, and I think they knew that a lot of this stuff was propaganda from the media.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, from the people we're fighting against. The communists that we're fighting against were then controlling our media, so. And they still do, if we're being honest.
But I mean, now, and we march into parades and everything, it's so much different.
Yeah.
And I didn't do that when I first got back. You know, I didn't want to be any part of anything. So I watched a lot of parades, but I never was in them.
Yeah.
And then I joined the Vietnam Veterans of America, and we started marching into parades and everything else. And now they they cheer when we come through.
They should.
It's a different world.
I make it a point, me personally, and I know my wife, Lauren, does well. If we see a hat, if we have any indication that it was Vietnam, and you can easily tell that by the service ribbon that would be placed on a backpack or on a car or a hat or anything, we always go up and welcome them home with those words, because I feel like you just didn't hear it. 3 a.m. I'm not going to wake up and say that to you, by the way, but I'll tell you at 9 a.m. tomorrow, welcome home. No, I would do that for you at 3 o'clock, but yeah.
Yeah, it's very respectable now. Yeah. My wife and I did a lot of motorcycle trips, and we were all over the United States, and we took it to Alaska and everything else. But I remember a couple of times where I had the Vietnam veteran hat on, and people would buy your lunch,
yeah,
pay for your meal, and it's just, there's some good people out.
Yeah,
very good people out here.
I bet that makes you feel good.
Oh yeah, yep, you bet.
If money wasn't an option, I'd buy every veteran a meal every time I saw one. Unfortunately, we live in a van, and all of our money goes into our mission. But
yeah,
if times were different, I would.
Yeah,
I can't say enough about your generation and everything you've done for us.
That wasn't the case when I came home, because I didn't, you didn't tell anybody that you were there or anything, until years later. So yeah, no, it's different. That's good.
That's what we're here to do, to keep it this way.
Yeah,
make sure it doesn't happen again.
Right.
Can I welcome you home?
Welcome you home too.
Oh man, I'm never gonna get home.
You did a lot more than I did.
It's gone too long. I'm never coming home. I can't help it. I'm there half the time. It's on my mind. But you know what? A lot happened for me on this day, September 11th, and a lot happened for all of us.
That was a terrible day.
If they'd have let you, would you have enlisted on September 12th at the age of probably 50?
I never even gave it a thought, because I knew I was too old to do anything. But
I bet you would have.
I probably would have.
I bet a lot of you guys would have. And it says a lot, because a lot of other people did not.
I knew I wasn't capable of doing what I did when I was in my 20s.
No, I think about that too. When I think about some of the stuff back in the day, and I even maybe bragging to my wife occasionally about it, and then I think, well, if that happened, no, we'd be in big trouble.
That's for sure.
Mind over matter, maybe, but matter matters too.
Yeah, really. No, I was waiting for my work call when this all happened, and I couldn't believe what was going on.
Yeah.
When you hit the towers.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even know. I was in Okinawa station there, and we had a super typhoon take out all the power on the island. So I didn't know it happened until power came up on 12 from the Japanese TV, because AFN was still out. I just started seeing Japanese broadcasts, and I didn't speak the language well enough to know, other than, that's New York. Oh, something bad's happening.
Yeah, for some reason, I turned the TV on, and I saw this plane hitting that tower. I thought, oh, that pilot must really screwed up.
Yeah, that was a blunder.
And then the next one hit, and then
then they started crumbling.
Yeah, then they figured out what was going on, and
the photos of that day in New York City.
Yeah.
Living in the South, people who come from New York City and visit the South aren't always my favorite people, but I think we were all New Yorkers that day. Everybody felt for New York that day, and our whole country were New Yorkers that day, I think.
Last month I was in New York, not Greene, the town of Greene, New York.
Okay, where's that?
It's
upstate
just barely across the border from Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Okay. Oh, so by Utica, Rome, Buffalo.
Somewhere in that area.
Okay.
They dedicated a brand new bridge to one of the guys that was in the platoon with me that was killed in Vietnam.
What was his name?
His name was Herman Anders.
The Herman Anders Bridge.
Yep.
Okay.
So
I see my wife writing it down.
A guy named Paul Rowe got a hold of me several months ago and said they were going to try to get this bridge dedicated to Herman Anders, and if I would be interested in going. So I'm right now the president of our Bravo company. So I Talked it over with my wife, and yeah, we decided we would go. And then we took another guy along, Paul Hyman. He lives out here by Albers.
Okay.
He was with us too.
Wow.
So the three of us went over there and went through that dedication.
Wow.
And the people over there treated us like royalty.
Wow.
It was unbelievable.
That's beautiful.
I can never say anything about New York people again.
No.
They're
very, such lovely people.
Very nice to us.
Yeah, they were such lovely people. We lived in a tourist area, and a big portion of our people who came to this tourist area were from there. They spent a lot of money, and it's good for the economy, and it's good in a tourist area. But when you live in the tourist area, you sort of get tired of tourists. So anyway, that was a me problem, but New Yorkers are actually really great people.
Oh, yeah, we met this one guy. They put us up in his hotel, and then right across the street was a little cafe, and we ate breakfast in there. And coming out of there was two guys walking on the street, and then Paul and I both had reunion shirts on, you know, with the logo and everything. They stopped and, "Where are you guys from, and why are you here, and all this?" And we told them, you know, we were here for the bridge dedication. And the one guy said, "Well, I'm going to that." I said, "Oh, okay, we'll see you over there then, you know." And sure enough, afterwards, we went to the local firehouse and had a luncheon over there, and he was there too. And yeah, we got to talking again, and he said, "Well, what are you doing afterwards, you know?" I said, "Nothing really. We're going to go home tomorrow, but we're going to stay tonight here." And he said, "Well, how would you like a tour of this little town?" He said, "I'll pick you up at 2 o'clock.
Okay.
So he took us all over the place, in the mountains and the hills, and
Wow.
all through the area. He dropped us off at 4 o'clock. So we had a 2-hour tour.
Oh my gosh.
Nicest people
Yeah.
you ever want
Wow.
to meet. Yeah.
Wow, I have goosebumps. That's really cool.
He was really nice. Yeah, they all were. They all were very nice.
Well, you guys deserve it.
Yeah, they did
All of you do.
21 gun salute out there, and there were some dignitaries, and they did it upright. So
Yeah.
Herman deserved it. So I gave a little speech, and I told the family that, you know, Herman and I were not real close buddies. We knew each other and greeted each other and everything, but we weren't, you know, that we'd hang together all the time. But I said, I know a guy that was his buddy. His name was Mark Rowan. And he hosted our first reunion. When I was telling you about where only 13 guys showed up. Well, he hosted the second one too, a couple of years later. And on that reunion, we dedicated a makeshift baseball field that he had carved out of this empty lot.
Oh, wow.
And it was the Herman Andrews baseball field.
Wow.
And the family never knew anything about it. So
That's
I
amazing.
had pictures of it. I gave it to his brother, and a couple sisters were there. And
That's cool.
they didn't know anything about it. So it turned out to be a nice memento for him.
That's really cool. Thank you so much, sir.
Hey.
And again, welcome home.
Welcome home to you too.
Thank you.
You bet.